Q&A. Starting out today. I will be reading some questions that I've gotten as emails, some as comments. So let's start out. And I'm not going to be naming all of these. I only have name of one person. Alright, Liz Albright. She asked, to what do you owe your success? I owe my success mainly to my stories, you know? Mainly, it has been the Bloodfest trilogy that I owe it to. It's been a big part of my success and a big part of my expanding my fan base and everything. And, so mainly my trilogies I owe my success to. Yeah. Okay, I have an email asking, in your stories, the main character is named a different name, but in your war stories, you name the main character after yourself. Why didn't you take the time to name him something else? Mainly is because, I made the war stories when I was 8, and, I'm 18 now, almost 19, so I've been working, they've been in my head for about, like, 11 years, so, you know, I didn't really want to mess up the thought about it and everything that I had in my head by changing the name, because really, that could mess up a lot. You have to keep the name as it is, and basically, the character is based off of me, and plus the character's, one of his villains is based off of his friend and his friend's girlfriend, and himself. So yeah. Next question, also about the war. Are there any people in the war that are not from comics and are come from your own mind? Let me explain that a little bit to you guys. The war story is basically every villain versus every hero. Like I said, I was 8. Okay? But yes, there is some characters coming from my own imagination. Some of the names are not that creative. There is the main character, Warlord, and there his girlfriend Destiny, also named Goddess. Destiny has 3 siblings. One, her sister Marissa, which is an archer, and her youngest brother 48. You'll find out about him more into the story. He has really good story into it. And then there's 46. 46 is a very loyal partner, and he's kind of like, you know, Ben's brother that he never had. But he's very loyal, very partner. And 48, the youngest one, Ben's like a mentor to him. So yeah, 45 is her father. He dies in the second story. And finally, there is the main enemies, like the big, like, head of the top people in all 15 stories, which is Skeletor and Abysser. First, they start out as an armor form. Once we destroy that form, they go into the spirit form. The spirit form cannot attack people, it cannot be attacked, and it basically has to stay in their castle. And their spirit form absorbs spirits from people that die in the war, and once they have enough spirits, they get into the warrior form. And then a little extra form after that. Anyways, that's people. Get it from my own mind. So, yeah. Next question. You write your stories are pretty much horror, but you started out writing a fantasy. Why didn't you keep on doing fantasy? Good question. Why I didn't keep on doing fantasy is because the White Knight, like Unity Wars, I have had in my head for a long time. The only difference is, I have written White Knight before. One time it was just a page long, Next there's a page front and back. Next there's a page front and back, and half a page. Now I more expanded it into that, and that's, you know, I said, and you know, I was like, I can write stories. So that's basically my first story and what got me into this. And so yeah, but why I did horror is because basically I don't scare that easily when it comes to horror. I have friends that say I have a mind of a psycho killer. I haven't, no. I just have a good mind, and I know how to make people, you know, shivery and jittery. You know, but basically my horror is mostly just, you know, kind of like action horror or mystery horror. You know, it's not like the dark stuff. But yeah, that's basically why, because I can get more into it and I relate more to like how the story goes in horror. So yeah. Oh gosh, what's next? Yes, okay. It says you stop making the videos of your narrations. What's the next story, and how much do we got? I have stopped narrating because I have been writing Uniwars. The next story we will be starting on the Bloodfresh trilogy, and then we will go on to Blood and Magic. We will not read Uniwars, all 15 parts of it, until I finish them all. So yeah, that's gonna take a while. And finally, the last question. My question is, your upcoming 15-part book collection, you face a guy named Brandon in all but two. Who is Brandon? What is his story? Alright guys, Brandon is a very big part of Uniwars. He's neither good nor bad. He's neutral. Although that in some stories he may seem good, like he's on my side, but he's not. He's neutral. So the story is, in this time, is Brandon was kind of a alter ego I created for myself, which the alter ego did not exist. But you know, if you saw my video that I in season 1 called, you know, Big Alter Ego, you might hear a little bit about him. But I'm going to give you a little backstory about how I got the idea. In 6th grade, I was getting my yearbook pictures taken. And in my yearbook picture, they sent me it, and the name wasn't Benjamin Harper. It was Brandon Harper. And I reported this to the office about 3 times. 3 freaking times. And when the yearbook came around, we were all hoping for a Ben Harper, but nope, Brandon. And, you know, as the years went on, I kind of got a little more, how do I say, I don't want to say furious, more into rage. And, you know, when I did that, I didn't seem like myself, so I tended to call myself Brandon, da da da. And I even made up a little story about him being my split personality. But anyways, Brandon, I wanted to make him like a big outlook into Uniwars. He's not an evil clone, he's just my dark side into a physical form. And the thing is, he cannot die unless the original dies first, me. That's the only way he can die. If I kill him in a story, he will come back in the next story smarter and stronger. And And I mean, I wanted him to be like a big, not villain, but kind of like side character that I always fight. You know, I wanted him to be a challenge like every single time, or you know, build a story with one of the characters and build his own army, a small group, you know. But basically, that's who Brandon is. Brandon Scarlet Crisis is his full name. So yeah. Alright, next question. You name yourself Warlord. There's already a superhero named Warlord in DC Universe. I know. But he doesn't call himself Warlord. He calls himself the Warlord of whoever where he is. I'm the actual Warlord. Alright? Lord of the War. Don't judge me. I can make up my name if I want to. I can make up my name of his because it's not him. I have totally different powers, totally different backstory, totally different weapons. Don't judge me. Alright. Final question. After Uni Wars, do you have any plan for the next story? I most certainly do. It is going to be a story. Final issue of it. You guys know where I'm going with this. So yes. All I've been planning has led up to this. Black Eyes 3. Blood and Vengeance. No. Yeah, Blood and Vengeance is coming. Winter this year. It is coming to you this year, and it's going to be the final installment of Black Eyes. So, yeah. Black Eyes 3 is coming. And I'm really excited about that. I really want to do that. So yeah, that's basically the questions. Right now, I'm currently writing Uni Wars 5. And, I'm gonna try to get done with that. Also, Shorty might be in the video today. So stay posted, and I hope to see you guys again later. Southeast is jerky. Peace, guys.